Today we will be going over dialectical behavioral therapy, also known as DBT. This specific presentation goes over distress tolerance. It's a guide for both teens and parents. What is DBT? DBT stands for Dialectical Behavioral Therapy. It is a type of cognitive behavioral therapy that focuses on how to effectively change one's behavior by using 4 strategies. The first one is mindfulness. That focuses on the present moment. There's also distress tolerance, and that's learning to accept oneself in the current situation. More specifically, how to tolerate a crisis. It also goes over interpersonal effectiveness. This is how to be assertive in a relationship, but still keeping that relationship positive and healthy. Emotional regulation. Recognizing and coping with negative emotions, and reducing one's emotional vulnerability by increasing positive and emotional experiences. So why do we bother tolerating painful feelings and urges? Number one is pain can't always be avoided. Every human being goes through pain, and it's inevitable. So we need to learn how to handle it in a positive way. So if you struggle with handling your pain, you may act impulsively, and that could lead to you hurting someone or yourself. So we need to learn how to tolerate with these painful feelings and urges. That way we don't hurt anybody or ourselves. Distracts with accepts. So accepts is an acronym, and you use this skill to distract yourself when you're feeling these strong emotions. The first one is activities. So what this tells you is when you're feeling these intense emotions, for instance, anger or sadness, you just need to do something. So that could be call or text a friend, watch a movie, clean your room, go for a walk or exercise, read a book, listen to your iPod, go online, download music. It's any activity that you enjoy doing, and that could take your mind off it. The next one is contribution. So what this tells us is that when we are feeling these strong emotions, we want to find a way to contribute to someone. So that's helping a friend or sibling with homework. You could donate, volunteer, surprise someone with a hug. It's, making you feel good when you're helping somebody else. And it also helps you distract. The third one is comparisons. So you can compare yourself to those less fortunate. So sometimes in life we like to compare ourselves to someone that is going through a difficult time, and that could help us distract ourselves from what we're going through. The important thing here is to validate yourself. You can still compare yourself, but in a way that you're validating the difficult things you're going through. So you can say, wow, someone in my grade is going through something really difficult right now. I'm also going through something difficult too. So the important thing is to validate. You can also compare yourself to a time where you were doing worse. So if you had a difficult time 2 years ago, you were going through something really hard and a painful experience, you can compare yourself to that time, and you can realize that you've made it through that difficult time and you are now at a different place in life. The fourth one is emotions. So sometimes we just need to create different emotions. So if you're feeling sad, maybe watch a funny TV show or a movie. Um, Also, you could listen to soothing or upbeat music. So get active when you're sad, maybe. If you want, you could go to a any kind of store that sells funny cards and read them. If you're feeling sad. So the point is to just change the emotion that you are currently in to a positive one. Pushing away. So for this one, we want to push away the painful situation out of our mind temporarily. So sometimes it's important, if we're going through something difficult, to kind of place it in the back of our heads and not focus on it right now in that moment. The important thing to remember for this one is to come back to the painful situation and not just leave it for time for the future that's far away, because you do want to handle the situation. So we understand that sometimes in the moment it could be a lot to um, kind of take in a painful situation, so it's okay to push it away, but always come back to it when you're in a better headspace. Thoughts. So for this one, you want to replace your thoughts. So if you're having these irrational thoughts, you could just read. You could do a word or a number puzzle, count numbers, uh, count the tiles on the wall, really anything like that. You could repeat words to your favorite song in your mind. The thing with this is sometimes we get these irrational thoughts and we just need to quickly have a change of thought and get our mind in a different headspace. Sensations. So for this one, we want to intensify other sensations. So that's, holding ice or chewing ice, listening to loud music, take a warm or cold shower, squeeze a stress ball, do sit-ups, push-ups, pet your dog or cat. So sometimes just experiencing a new sensation can get our mind off the painful situation. The next distress tolerance skill is improve the moment. This is also an acronym. So with improve, the first one is I, imagery. So you want to imagine a very relaxing scene of a calming, safe place. And you want to imagine the painful situation and your painful emotions kind of draining out of you. And you just want to picture a scene that is very comfortable, for you. Um, okay. The next one is meaning. So when we're going through this painful experience, we want to create some kind of purpose or meaning. Um, and that phrase, make lemonade out of lemons. Um, and I think it's important, this one, because sometimes we get in our head a little too much during a crisis or a painful situation, and we can't really find the meaning behind it. So if you're in an argument with your parents, you could just be really upset that they grounded you. And you could say some really hurtful things, maybe. But if you find a meaning, maybe they were trying to protect you or teach you a lesson. So if you try and find the meaning out of it, maybe it will um, make you be in a better headspace. Uh, the P is prayer. So for this one, you want to open your heart to a supreme being or a greater wisdom. So if you're not religious, you don't necessarily have to um, pray to someone that is in a religion. But if you just open your heart to someone that just give yourself the opportunity to talk to yourself in a quiet space and, kind of go into your wise mind. So you're not filled with emotion, and you're not filled with irrational thoughts. You're kind of in a space where your thinking is very clear. Um, and the P could also stand for peace. So kind of have some peace of mind. R stands for relaxation. So for this one, you kind of want to relax your muscles by tensing and relaxing them. Um, and we'll go over a little more about that in the next slide, which is tip. But for this, maybe take a warm bath, do a nice stretch, get a massage, do something that will relax your body, because this will definitely distract you from the painful situation that you're in. One thing in the moment. So you want to focus your entire attention on what you are doing right now, and keep your mind in the present moment. Sometimes when we're going through a difficult experience, we tend to think about what's going to happen next, or you kind of harp on what just happened, and it could be really difficult to keep your mind in a clear headspace. So we like to kind of focus on one thing in the moment. So if you're interacting with someone and having an argument, try and focus on the words that they're saying, and give it your all. Give your entire attention to that, or just focus on a piece of clothing article that they're wearing. Make sure you're doing it in a respectful way and not looking away from the person you're talking to. But this is just for you to kind of get your head in the right space. So vacation. So this could be just a brief vacation. So walking outside, taking a short walk, getting your favorite cup of coffee. I know when people think about it, they think about getting on a plane and going to somewhere far away. But we understand that that can't be possible for everyone. So if you could just do, maybe a short walk around your block. This is just for you to get in a new environment and a new headspace. The final one is encouragement. So this is basically, you got to be your own cheerleader, and repeat over and over again, a phrase that you like. So you can do it. It could be something very simple. Never give up. If you have a favorite quote that you want to keep saying, or a quote from a song, that could be really helpful. The final one is tip. And this one is to um, help when your emotions are feeling really intense. So, when your emotional arousal is very high, you tend to be completely caught in your emotional mind. Your brain isn't processing, the information as it normally would, and you feel emotionally overwhelmed. So tip is a really great way for your body chemistry to reduce these extreme um, you know conditions, and get out of your emotional mind really quickly. So the first thing is temperature. Sometimes when we bring our body temperature down quick, it could help us distract ourselves from the intense feelings that we're experiencing. So with this, you can go ahead and get some ice from your freezer and just hold it until it melts, and that's a really great way to kind of get your mind off what you're going through, and it'll help you calm down a lot faster. You can also hold your breath for a long period of time, and then breathe right after. You could put your face in a bowl of cold water. The important thing with this, ice water decreases your heart rate rapidly. And so, if you have any type of medical or heart condition, it's important to consult with your doctor before using these skills. I is intense exercise. So with this one, you want to calm down your body when it's revved up by emotion. When you have these intense emotions, um, you know, you can feel it in your chest. Your heart starts to beat really fast, and maybe you'll get flush in the face, and you've experienced all these, internal and external factors from your intense emotions. So it's important to calm your body as quick as possible. So with intense exercise, it's a great way because you can just go outside your house and you could go for a sprint. You could walk really fast. If you're into sports, you can play one of your favorite sports, exercise. There's so many different ways to just get your body moving and your mind into a better headspace. Paced breathing. So you want to slow your pace of breathing down. So you want to breathe deeply from your abdomen, and you want to breathe out more slowly than you breathe in. There's so many different types of breathing exercises, and if you just look online, you could find a bunch of different ones. And the important thing is, to focus all your attention on your breathing and not on the situation that you're going through. Progressive muscle relaxation. So this is where you want to tense up and relax each muscle group. So you want to start from, your toes, and then you could go all the way to your head. So for example, you'll start with your left foot, and you'll focus all your attention on your left foot, and you're going to squeeze it really tight for 5 seconds. After that, you're going to let go and relax your left foot, and you're going to focus all your attention on that. Then you're going to switch over to your right foot, and you're going to repeat the same steps. And then you'll go to your left calf, and then you'll go to your right calf, and then you can go all the way up to your abdomen, your arms, your chest, your head, and you can focus all on the big muscle groups. And it's a really great way to just get your body in a relaxed state of mind. So for this one, I thought it was a really great exercise you can do with pretty much anybody, with kids, with adolescents, even adults could get something out of this. So with this, you're gonna get all the things that you want in your head out on paper. So the first level, you want to list or draw behaviors or areas of your life that you want to change. Number two, list or draw experiences you want to experience more. So for that one, if you haven't been able to do more socializing with your friends, maybe write that down that you want to, be able to go out with a bunch more friends more during the weekend. Number three, so on the third level, you're going to list or draw things that make you feel happy. And the important thing with this one, just think really hard on, what makes you feel good, and, it'll give you, really good positive outlook. On the fourth level, you want to list or draw what a life worth living or a perfect life would look like. So your ideal situation that you would want to be in. You can list, all the different things that, you wish your life could look like right now. On the roof, you're going to write, who protects you. So who do you feel that, is a good person in your life that, protects you and makes you feel safe. The walls are going to be, who supports you. So you're going to find, all your supports could be your family, could be your friends, a teacher, a guidance counselor. The chimney, So on that one, how do you blow off steam? How do you calm down when you're feeling these intense emotions? The foundation, which is on the side of the house, that is your values in your life. So if you value honesty or you value family, that's a big part of your life. That's an example that you could put down. And in the back, all the way at the top, there's a billboard, and that's where you're going to write what you are proud of. So think really hard about what you've done in your life and the accomplishments and achievements that you've done and that you're proud of.